I can introduce him simply by saying he is one of the most honest individuals I have ever met in my life. Ladies and gentlemen, the heavyweight champion of the world, to me, Muhammad Ali. I'd like for you to tell the, what is the basis behind this teaching and this belief?
We believe that since we are 22 to 30 million people and worked 310 long years, 16 hours a day for nothing, to enable America to be the 50th the richest states on the planet, and fought in the Japanese War, the German War, the Korean, now down in Vietnam, to uphold America's freedom and independence. We think now that the master should now say, slave, you helped me build a house and you done worked so hard and tried to love me, but I wouldn't accept you. I shot your leaders and killed you. Now that you're free and educated now, here, take a few of these states, go back to Asia and Africa now that you're educated, and build a government for yourself and give us a good send-off. And we think this is the solution.
Will you welcome, please, Muhammad Ali.
I'm not allowed to earn a living here. I'm not allowed to leave the country. And I had about $10 million in contracts in foreign countries, European and African countries. And the government has taken my passport so that I can't go out here to work. Then I cannot work in America. So, and I can name many more people, you know.
But you can't say, though, can you, Mohammed, the simple thing that one race is righteous and another isn't. We all have our faults.
I'm not going into that, you know, I just said...
No, but I mean, all I meant was I can't leave you saying that, in the sense you can't say that one race...
Well, I would say that weapons, all of your guns and your bombs and your poisons are created by your white race.
You can't say that, though, Mohammed. We all have faults.
I would say whiskey and homosexuality. If you go back to England, your country, Europe, when they kicked out the old...
Packed with whiskey and homosexuality wherever you look.
You remember when a lot of the whites were kicked out of there, they say there's trash, they say so-called.
No, but I mean...
They're the ones that landed here.
You can say certain... you can say that there are certain things that, for instance, come and stem from white people. But I mean, on the other hand, the black race is equally, we all have our faults.
Well, I mean,
cannibalism, where does that come from?
I would say this.
Where does cannibalism come from?
I don't know about cannibalism. All I know is what you told me in history about it.
You are a wise man. You're an intelligent man. And if I was not a Muslim or follow the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, I couldn't talk to you for 2 minutes. And I believe I can hold my own as an intelligent conversation with you. But it all comes from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. But people praise me. Oh, you should be the leader. Well, you don't have to follow Elijah. Man, are you a fool? Everything I got come from him. He taught me who I was. He made me proud. He made me fearless. He made me love my own. I've turned down millions to keep from selling out my people. The beautiful name Muhammad Ali, I now have 56 Muslim invitations by governments. All they ask me about when I go to those countries, how is Elijah Muhammad?
You believe something which I happen to know isn't true.
Now hold it. See, what is it that I believe?
You believe
it's not true.
You believe that the entire white community is your enemy. I happen to know it's not your enemy. I doubt if there's anybody in this room who is your enemy.
I tell you what.
But I do believe that just as Hitler persuaded all the Germans to believe that all of the Jews were their enemy, that the people are engaged in spreading this kind of virulence, and that some very, very sincere people get caught up in it. You're an example of it.
It was very early on that I recognized that no board inquiring into his intellect could ever sincerely have come to the conclusion that he was too dumb to be drafted, because he was a very bright guy.
22 million black people in America. Who would you say our everyday common enemy is? What other country or what nationality? I mean, you know, you have the nerve to be on a TV show like this and look at me like I'm wrong for saying Elijah Muhammad is poisoning you by telling you that we're your enemies. And I feel it and see it every day. And every black man watching this show know you are enemies. And you have the nerve to stand up here and say Elijah Muhammad is poisoning my mind. He cannot teach us that you are enemy. You taught us, and your people daily. Martin Luther King is bumped off unjustly. Adam Clayton Powers bumped off unjustly. They took my title unjustly. They killed Megas Ever unjustly. All the integrators who love white folks was unjustly kicked out of Washington. They've been deprived of education and poverty throughout the country.
The extraordinary thing about it is that although I began thinking that he was simply special pleading on his own behalf, I ended up by thinking he was absolutely correct.
Now, I don't say I hate you now. Don't say that. I know now. I was going through Mississippi on a college tour not long ago. Stopped at the filling station. Have a long limousine. You know, I pulled through, and I traveled in it because a lot of times I don't like to fly. And the fella came out. He said, "What must I give you, boy?" And had a fella with me. He said, "Boy." I said, "Shut your mouth." Restroom? Well, I don't think it's working. I said, "Thank you, sir." I'm the guy gonna stand up. I'm the champ of the whole world. You want me to fight for America and I can't even use the toilet. You want me to, what you talk, I wasn't gonna do that, see? I had a right to say I'm the Olympic gold medal winner. I'm Muhammad Ali, Cassius Clay. And he's mad. He called the highway patrol and Klansmen might be around. I'm way back in there by myself, and I can't box that good. You understand? So to avoid that booby trap, I said, "Shut your mouth. We'll go down the highway and find a place we can go." We went a little farther, and we were welcomed in another one. So what I'm trying to say is, like, I know where to go and where not to go.